I'll 3, 2, 1. Huge cultural exposure. If I had to summarize entrepreneurship in one word, I think entrepreneurship is uncertain. Every day is a new day, new fights, new challenges, and you should be always on the run, trying to solve those problems and trying to really create multifold impact. I'm Nishanth from Chennai, the health capital of India, and I am currently the co-founder of Nambikkai Rehabilitation. Nambikkai is a Tamil word for trust, and I'm on a vision to revolutionize the knee rehabilitation process for elderly patients, starting primarily with knee care. I was very interested in technology applications and accompanying my grandmother who battles arthritis. I realized that the entire knee rehabilitation industry is completely disorganized. There are currently blood tests, liver tests, and even kidney tests, but there's nothing for the knee. So, our product is probably one of the first innovative products in India, and this is like, let's say today you have a pulse oximeter. What does a pulse oximeter do? A pulse oximeter captures readings and provides on-spot readings to clients based on it reading the vitals. The exact same thing we are trying to do it for the knee, because today there's nothing like that for the knee, and it's highly confusing for doctors and it's highly uncertain for patients who go for multiple checkups. Similar to a pulse oximeter, we are trying to build a device. This device sits on the knee. It's like small pucks which are aligned in 3D space on your knee, and then they capture certain values, and these are like IMU units which capture your dynamic motion, your static motion, and your range of motion of the upper knee and the lower knee. And it really there are algorithms to generate the recommended gold standard values. That's how we work. Working with my friend who's an MBBS student, we started Nambikkai Rehabilitations, focusing primarily starting with the knee, but eventually to other mobile joints. I was working with different people on projects and internships, but I realized that they all have their own vision, and I, to implement my vision, to fulfill my dreams, had to really take on the game with myself. So if I had to create impact of what really mattered to me, I think it's unfair just joining somebody else at their internships or their full-time job. That prompted me to work on my own idea first, and then realizing the potential of the idea, talking to multiple doctors and orthopedics, I converted it into a full-time business. So being a first-time entrepreneur, I did not know anything about entrepreneurship. I did not know anything about how to incorporate a business. But I realized that there is enough help out there, especially in India, and given the fact that the government and there are many startup founders who are seasoned and they're venture capitalists, there's a lot of support in this ecosystem, and that really helped me grow. So looking at many people's the way they have taken the process, I was also able to learn from it. I think that way it's not hard to start a business in India. But given that said, I think I faced a lot of issues to adapt to the surrounding, because I was more used to having things on my plate rather than me doing it on my own from scratch. So this taught me a ground up approach for this. So we have almost finished clinical trials. We've already signed our first partnership with a top rehabilitation institute in India, and they have multiple clinics across. So that's our first entry point. Testing and validating with multiple patients. We will eventually expand into other cities in India, other rural places in India, and then explore big markets like Australia and the US, especially in healthcare. Knee care, there's a lot of patients who suffer from. I think there have been many points where you feel, okay, let's get this done. Why are we doing this? So that time I always ask myself that why I entered this whole space and why I committed up for this. And because I have a personal reason driving my ambition, I think that is one of the reasons why I haven't given up yet, and I will not give up anytime soon. I think the proudest moment as a founder for me so far is seeing my device, which we've built from scratch. Like it wasn't even a university project. It was just an idea. What if we had a pulse oximeter type quantitative device for the knee as well, where you can say there's a knee test in the market. That's how it all started, and then concretizing it, making roadmaps, getting people to work on it, developing the MVP, then developing the product, and then seeing the product work on the first patient. I think that was the proudest moment, because we actually saw it working now. I think that's the proudest moment. First, I did not know about GSEA. my friend told me over LinkedIn, and that also it was a very old friend. I don't know why he decided to text me randomly that day. It's been a lot of ups and downs and a lot of learnings, which I have embraced, and it's been a great experience in so far. And I think it's a great initiative, especially for students, because today, let's say I Google up student entrepreneurship competitions, there are very few out there which are really this grand and this diverse. I think that's the speciality of GSEA. If I had to summarize entrepreneurship in one word, I think entrepreneurship is uncertain. According to me, tomorrow is a day which you really cannot predict, and if you are able to predict that, that means you are going too slow. Every day is a new day, new fights, new challenges, and you should be always on the run, trying to solve those problems and trying to really create multifold impact. I think if I had to summarize GSEA in one word, I would say it's a brilliant culture exchange, which makes it very, very diverse, bringing each cultural element to it. That's how I would summarize GSEA in one word: is a culture shock.